Hi there. I just got an idea how to make Chuck E. Cheese's better than ever. Brand new pizza. Genius if I do.
Chuck E. Cheese is a chain of American restaurants and entertainment centers. The company was founded on May 17, 1977 in San Jose, California by Nolan Bushnell, and the company was founded as Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater, and then the name was changed in 1990 to Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza, and then was changed again in 1994 to Chuck E. Cheese's. In total, the company has a total of 612 locations, but in 2020, the company has bankruptcy pending, so could this be game over for Chuck E. Cheese's? Let's find out. Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater was founded by Atari founder Nolan Bushnell, who was seeking to expand the purview of video game arcades beyond more adult locations, like pool halls, to a child and family-friendly venue. Bushnell's experience in the amusement park industry as well as his fondness for the Walt Disney Company were influential in conceptualization of the Pizza Time Theater concept. Bushnell has said of his decision to open a pizza restaurant, "It was my pet project. I chose pizza because of the wait time and the build schedule. Very few components and not too many ways to screw it up." After finding out from employees working on the animatronics that the costume he bought was a rodent rather than the coyote he thought he was buying, Bushnell says that he suggested changing the name of the establishment from the planned Coyote Pizza to Rick Rat's Pizza. Marketing people disliked that and proposed Chuck E. Cheese instead. Which is what was used. The first location opened in San Jose, California in 1977 and was labeled as the first family restaurant to integrate food, cheap animated entertainment, and an indoor arcade. In 1978, when Atari's then corporate parent Warner Communications refused to open additional Pizza Time Theater locations, Bushnell purchased the rights to the concept and character trademarks from Warner for $500,000. Jeannie Landrum resigned from Atari and was made president and chief operating officer of Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater. By late 1979, Pizza Time Theater was known to have seven open locations, all in California. Its animatronics were fully produced in-house by Pizza Time Theater employees. Showbiz Pizza Place. To expand beyond California and the West Coast, Bushnell began to franchise, resulting in a co-development agreement between himself and Robert Brooke of Topeka Inn Management in June 1979. The agreement handed Brock exclusive franchising rights for opening Pizza Time theaters in 16 states across the southern and midwestern United States, while also forming a company subdivision, Pizza Showbiz, to develop the Pizza Time theaters. Late in 1979, Brock became aware of Aaron Fetcher of Creative Engineering Incorporated and his work in animatronics. In November 1979, he scouted Fetcher's business and concluded that Creative Engineering's animatronics would have to be too strong competition for Bushnell's work. Brock therefore requested that Bushnell release him from their co-development agreement, wishing to develop with Fetcher instead. In 1979, Brock and Fetcher formed Showbiz Pizza Place Incorporated, and Brock gave notice to sever his development relationship with Bushnell. Showbiz Pizza was conceptually identical to Pizza Time Theater in all aspects, except for animation, which would be provided by Creative Engineering. Showbiz Pizza Place opened its first location on March 3rd, 1980 in Kansas City, Missouri. Upon the opening of Showbiz Pizza Place, Bushnell sued Brock and Topeka Inn management over breach of contract.
because it's a real
Brock
blast with our
immediately
amazing
issued a
Ticket
countersuit
Blaster for the
against
birthday kit.
Bushnell, citing
Plus crowd-pleasing party platters
misrepresentation.
and so much more.
The court
It's
case
all the
began
fun,
in March
none of the
1980,
cleanup,
eventually
because we
settling
do
out
the
of
work.
court with Showbiz
So you
agreeing
see,
to pay
when you
Pizza
mix
Time
great
Theater
fun and
a
great
portion
food
of its
with great
profits
kids and
over
their
the following
families, plus add
decade.
in a lovable mouse
During
and a
this
cast of
period,
kid-friendly,
Topeka and
fun-loving
management
characters,
also changed
there
its
really is
name
no place in
to
the world
Brock
quite
Hotel
like Chuck E.
Corporation and
Cheese's,
moved its
and no
headquarters
feeling
to
on earth quite
Ivern,
like the one kids
Texas.
feel when they leave us.
Both restaurants experienced increased success as the video game industry became more robust. And to maintain competition, both franchises continually modified and diversified their animatronic shows, mergers and restructuring. In 1981, Pizza Time Theater went public. However, the evolving video game industry and the video game crash of 1983 resulted in significant losses for Pizza Time Theater, which lost $15 million by 1983. By early 1984, Bushnell's debts were insurmountable, resulting in the filing of Chapter 11 bankruptcy for Pizza Time Theater Incorporated on March 28, 1984. Showbiz then bought the foundering company, finalizing the purchase in May 1985 and recreating itself as Showbiz Pizza Time Incorporated. After the merger, both restaurant chains continued operating under their respective titles, while major financial restructuring had begun. During this period, creative engineering began to sever ties with Showbiz Pizza Time, officially splitting in September 1990, resulting in the unification of the two brands. By 1992, all restaurants assumed the name of Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza. The name was shortened to Chuck E. Cheese's by March 1995 after a redesigned concept. In 1998, Showbiz Pizza Time renamed itself CEC Entertainment Incorporated to reflect the remaining chain brand. CEC Entertainment has since acquired additional family entertainment centers properties, including 13 locations of the now defunct Discovery Zone in 1999, and all locations of Peter Piper Pizza in October 2014. Peter Piper Pizza still operates under that name. International expansion. In the early 1980s, the restaurant franchise debuted in Australia under the name Charlie Cheese's Pizza Playhouse. The name change had to do with the common meaning of the word chuck, which in Australia is a reference to the phrase to throw up. Consecutively, Pizza Time Theater Incorporated also opened at least one restaurant in Hong Kong and Singapore, which both closed shortly thereafter as a result of the initial company's 1984 bankruptcy. As of June 2020, Chuck E. Cheese is operating 612 corporate and franchise stores, as well as 122 Peter Piper Pizza restaurants. They are located in 47 states across the United States and in 16 countries and territories around the world. Buyout and modern redesign. By 2012, CEC was struggling with decreasing revenue. They ran a rebranding campaign, changing the rat mascot into a rockstar guitar-playing mouse. In-store restaurant sales continued to decline through 2013, but merchandising and box office revenue increased. In February 2014, Apollo Global Management acquired CEC Entertainment Incorporated for $54 per share, or about $950 million. In October 2014, under Apollo Global Management, CEC Entertainment announced that they would purchase their Phoenix-based competitor, Peter Piper Pizza, from Acon Investments. In August 2017, the company began to pilot a new design concept at 7 remodeled locations, 3 in Kansas City, 3 in San Antonio, 1 in Salmon, Texas, branded as Chuck E. Cheese's Pizzeria and Games. These locations feature more upscale decor with a muted interior color scheme, an open kitchen and play pass card system to replace arcade tokens, and the animatronic stage show replaced by a dance floor area These changes, along with expansions to food offerings, were intended to help the chain be more appealing to adults and encourage family dining as opposed to primarily hosting parties. In 2019, the corporation announced it would go public on the New York Stock Exchange through a shell company, Leo Holdings Corporation, in which Apollo will still own 51% of. Bloomberg also reported that after going public, Chuck E. Cheese would no longer have animatronic animals as part of the entertainment.
So who wants to dress up like cowboys?
The proposed merger between CEC Entertainment and Leo Holdings Corporation has been terminated as of July 29, 2019. Financial trouble. The COVID-19 pandemic has been financially damaging to the parent company, and with an estimated $1 to $2 billion in debt. The possibility exists of all CEC properties being forced to close if bankruptcy refinancing fails. CEC Entertainment consolidated $200 million in loans to finance restructuring under bankruptcy protection. They also filed a voluntary petition under Chapter 11 of the Bankruptcy Code in the United States Bankruptcy Court of the Southern District of Texas on June 25, 2020. And there's the history of Chuck E. Cheese. So, could it actually be game over for Chuck E. Cheese? Well, if you really look at it, Chuck E. Cheese has been around for a very long time. And seeing such an iconic brand disappear is really sad. Now, believe it or not, I've personally never been to a Chuck E. Cheese in my whole entire life. I lived most of my childhood on Vancouver Island. I haven't left Vancouver Island since I haven't left Vancouver Island until I was in grade 10. And with the COVID-19 pandemic going around, it is putting a lot of companies at risk and possibly even forcing them to go bankrupt. So, saying if it's actually game over for Chuck E. Cheese is kind of a hard one. So what I'm going to say is that as soon as the COVID-19 pandemic is over, I can just hope for the best that Chuck E. Cheese will continue to survive, and hopefully they will not be able, and hopefully they don't go bankrupt. And
I wonder when you can know your kids will have fun at Chuck E. Cheese.
It is literally one of the biggest brands of all time, and it's literally one of the biggest brands in the world.
And here's another.
My
Just
final
ask your
answer
parents to log on
for
to
it being
chuckecheese.com
game
for
over for
money-saving
Chuck E.
coupons that
Cheese
give you great
is
deals on
that
all the great fun at Chuck E. Cheese.
here's my answer, and here's what I think. I think that as soon as this pandemic will end, I can see Chuck E. Cheese. I can see Chuck E. Cheese's survive. I can see Chuck E. Cheese surviving a couple days after this pandemic ends, or maybe a couple of weeks. But anyways, I sure hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys haven't enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!